Good morning, everyone. Tom Moffett here. Welcome to BUS 115 Personal Finance. During the next 8 weeks, we're going to be talking about some fundamental concepts and components of managing your personal finances. For example, we'll be talking about creating a personal balance sheet and a cash flow statement. We'll cover budgeting and taxes. We'll talk about credit, insurance, investing, and some areas of estate planning. You'll complete a personal financial plan, which will help you put these topics into practice. When you log in, the first thing you're going to see is the home page, which you see here. I encourage you to take some time to explore each of the menu items in the left navigation column on this side, especially if this is your first online class. Pay special attention to announcements and modules and discussion, these navigation links. I make lots of announcements, so please check the announcements on a regular basis, at least 3 to 4 times each week. You can get to announcements by clicking on the course announcements link, and that will display any announcements that have been posted. If you're on the home page, at the very top, it will show the latest announcements that have been made. So let's look at the modules page for just a minute. At the very top is the course calendar. When you open the course calendar, you'll see the assignments are separated by module, the due dates for each of those assignments, and the points that are associated with each of those assignments. For example, in Module 1, we begin with an introduction discussion. The initial post is due on March 23rd, which is a Thursday, and then replies to classmates is due on March 26th, which is a Sunday, and 2 replies are required to classmates for each of the discussions. The due dates are almost always on the posts are almost always due on Thursday, and the replies are due on Sunday, and that's the same also for the assignments down here. That's true except for when we get to the midterm, and then due dates will change a little bit. The next you see here are the Connect assignments. There's usually 4 Connect assignments for each of the modules. This course is part of the Auto Access program at OTC, and you'll have access to the digital content for the course through Canvas on the first day of class. That'll happen automatically. Well, this is typically what the course calendar looks like. I should also say there is a complete description of each step of the personal financial plan as you get into the different modules. Let's go back to modules. Here's the information I mentioned about the personal financial plan. Open that. You'll see step 1, step 2, 3. There's 6 steps. And again, more specific information about the requirements will be posted both in announcements and in that area of the assignments. Go back to modules again. Here is an area about proctoring requirements, and we require at least one proctored event for each course. Our proctored event for this class will be the 6.5 Chapter 11 quiz. You'll have a week to complete that proctored quiz, and if you're not familiar with proctoring requirements, open this link and you can review the proctoring requirements. It also includes how to complete the proctored exam remotely if you prefer to do that as opposed to going to a testing center. Let's go back to modules. Scroll down to Module 1. You'll see here's an overview. Here are some of the assignments. There's a reading assignment. Here's the connect assignment, the quizzes, and a description of step one of the personal financial plan. Beneath that, you'll see additional materials. Here's narrated PowerPoint for Chapter 1 and just another PowerPoint for Chapter 1. You'll see additional reading materials in here that cover each of the topics for those particular chapters. I think you'll find that the narrated PowerPoints are especially helpful when you're completing each of your part of your financial plan. And this is the way each of the modules are structured. If you look at Module 2, you'll see it's structured essentially the same way. Let's take a look at grades for just a minute. When you click on the grades navigation button, it will show you each of the assignments in the left column. It will show you the due dates and the points, both the points associated with the assignment and the points that have been applied once that assignment has been reviewed. If you click on this icon, you'll be able to see the rubric, and there's rubrics for all the assignments. You'll be able to see how the points were applied. For example, here's the criteria for meeting expectations. There's 10 points for that part, and you complete all the requirements. Then you'll see comments that I may have made here about that section. For example, I say nice work. Replies include reference to specific topics from the post. If you look at the writing mechanics criteria, you'll see that 5 out of 10 points were applied. And if you want to see why 5 instead of 10, there will be a rationale for that here. For example, here I said replies must include the author of the post. It did not, and so that's why the 5 points were applied as opposed to 10, because replies to classmates require the author of the post. You'll get feedback on all of your assignments. If you look at this icon here, you'll be able to see, please see the rubric for the feedback. So there's 2 areas here where you can see my comments, this icon, and you'll be able to see anything that I may have posted. As I mentioned, you'll get feedback on all the work that you submit with the exception of the Connect assignment, so you can expect to see that. There's 2 exams for the semester. Scroll down after Module 4. You'll see the midterm exam, and then at the end of the course, here is the comprehensive final exam. I should also mention that online office hours are available. We use a teleconferencing tool called Zoom. Zoom allows us to talk to each other in real time. We can review any assignments, answer any questions about the assignments that you might have. Really, we can address anything about the course that you might have a question about. These online office hours are by request. You just let me know when you would like to meet, and we'll arrange a time when we can get together using Zoom. That link is at the bottom of the modules page. You simply click on that link at the date and time we've agreed to, and I'll be there. It's a very useful tool. I really encourage you to use it, especially if you have a need. We might want to start by reviewing the syllabus up here. You'll see the syllabus is a attachment, and you can print that off if you'd like to have a hard copy. Then underneath that is the course summary, and you see all the assignments that are listed, their due dates on the left side here. Well, that's enough to get us started. Please post any comments that you have about the course, or any questions, I should say, about the course to Student Commons. Student Commons is located in Discussions at the very top. Simply click on Student Commons. That link, click Reply, enter your question, and then I can see what your question is and respond to you. Also, classmates can see any question that you might have about the course. They may be able to answer your question more quickly than what I can. So that's most helpful too, to get you the fastest feedback that's possible. If you have questions about a personal nature, such as grades, please contact me via OTC email at moffittc@otc.edu. Please use your OTC email address for any contact or getting messages to me. The filters are set up so that OTC email is often the only message that gets through. Okay, well, I look forward to meeting all of you, and I will see you online.